What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. There's my boy Max back there. Sunny in her little tent, got her snacks. So here we go. Next step in the building of the TC3. I wanted to show you something from what I figured out last time, because when I closed out the video last time, we had some binding going on in a drivetrain. I didn't have anything hooked up yet. It's just a drive line going to both differentials. And I got in there and started looking and found out that there was a much more flash in those cases that needed to be shaved out. So I'm going to show you real quick what I have done with the different differential case. What was going on, it was actually hitting the out drives and it was binding it up. So let's get on into this. I'm only going to do just one, the shock tower bag, which is the D-bag. We're doing the D-bag today. So let's get on into this. Let me show you what I found and get you positioned back for the car. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's good. And this is another differential that I have for one of the other cars that I'm going to need to get a few extra parts for before I can get it going. But you see how easily it spins, and how this one spins real nice and free now. What I had found when I went back and opened the cases up, pull the pinion out, pull the diff out, that right down in here in the troughs, there was some flash around these outer edges that needed to be trimmed off, and the same around the front here, especially for this one here, because this actually has just a single bearing, and then this sits inside the case right there. So sitting inside the case like that, it spins nicely, but there was enough flash right here that it's touching the plastic, the little plastic flange on the back of the spur there, to keep it from spinning freely. So I just had to go back in and clean out on all the cases, both the top and the bottom, and slapped it all back in there and made sure everything was spinning freely. You can see these guys here have gotten some mileage on there. They got some nice grooves out here. Something was rubbing on these out on the outside. That's kind of weird. I don't know what the heck would have been, but you can see right here where it's getting opened up, where the dog bone on these plastic out drives really gets to chewing them up. So now we got that all fixed, and she's spinning freely like I said that they did, because that wasn't cool. But they spin freely. You can sit them on an uneven table and they'll roll away. Now, she's spinning nice and free now. Got rid of that flash. Nice and freewheeling. And this is what you would see once you get the motor put in there, is like that. So get that out of here. Bag D, which, again, it's not a very eventful bag. It's just the shock towers, but it's always funny to call out the D bag. One of these days, it's actually going to be kind of an exciting bag to do, or maybe not, depending on what. Yeah, we were talking about these before too. These little foam little dust collectors that keeps the dust out of the inside of the ball cups for the turnbuckles and stuff. Well, it didn't crumble yet, although you can see inside the bag there's little bits and pieces and static all over the place. But yeah, it's just a real open cell foam. Come on, You can focus on that, can't you? There we go. Maybe a little bit better back out here. It's just a little hole right through the middle of it, so it stretches over the ball end. That's all they're for, really. It's just to keep the dust out of the ball cups. And these things, they just deteriorate away after a while. So we won't be putting those on because they're just kind of ugly. Front and rear shock towers, they go on real simple like. Just a matter of just getting them all set up and ready to go. We'll get all of our ball end connections on there for our links and our shock mounts where they need to go, and just we'll get them screwed down. So it shouldn't take us too long with all this, but you can, at least this way you can see how it works. It's nothing really that exciting and eventful. But, you know, I figured I'd bring you through the agony of doing it anyways. Why not? It's what you're here for. You're here for the pain and suffering, right? Yeah, all these ball ends and the shock tower studs, the nuts are in another bag for the shock towers, are all going to be with a little metal nut on the back of them. So we'll get all these out, put them in our tray, and we will continue on. Let's get my book out over here. Now, this is going to be upside down to you because here we are right here. So I'm just going to put everything in the spot that it says to for right now, and then we can adjust accordingly later once we get the car up and running, and then I can mess with some different link positions maybe and different shock positions. Out here on this slick concrete, it's probably going to need to be more upright anyways to kind of allow the shocks to do their thing. So this is what we're doing, is we're just putting everything in there according to, and then it just 3 screws holds it down under the casings. Real simple. Real super simple. Put that over there. Got me as Derek Bieri would call it, an adult snack to go along with this, and let's get rolling. So now that I've knocked the shock towers off and lost them in the camouflage of them, this goes on like that there. So taking our long screws. Oh, I gotta get the other driver out for that too. That's right. As a smaller screw end, you gotta get, these look like that they're graphite shock towers. I'll just snug up a little bit there so I can run it in. Put this over here so that you can actually see what I'm doing. What'd you find? Oh, you got like half a bag. Mm-hmm. Nice. Heck yeah. Mama's out picking blackberries. They're just growing over the fence behind us, so she's going to go back there and get them suckers. Those are good on pancakes. And then, yep. And put a little nut on there. Let's see. I think one side's more flat than the other. And put that on there. Like that. Trying this different camera angle so that you maybe can see more of what I'm doing so my hands aren't so in the way. Get our little Tamiya wrench out. This is one that I've had for a while, so I'm not, I haven't broke out the one that's actually in the kit, because this kit does come with one. Snug them up. Don't need to be super tight. They're going to hold just fine. I'll make sure that it's nice and snug anyways. Well, where the heck? Had a little piece of foam in there. Where are my ball ends? Ooh, that one just fell through. Ooh, did I have it going the right direction though? No, I did not. I make sure they're going the right direction. My ball ends must be in another bag. What? Did you guys really do that to me? I think they looked into the future and seen that somebody like me was going to be doing this on video for YouTube and decided to put stuff in a different bag so it make the video last longer. No. It's not cool, man, because I don't have any of the other bags out. They're still in the box. But that's okay. We'll do a little search. Get these guys on. Get these all snugged up here. There. Our shock towers looking more like shock towers. There's your shock studs. This is the rear. So that's going to sit on there like that. So then you got, they're all the same length. These three guys screw it down and hold it on. But I'm going to go in search of the ball studs real quick. And I'll be right back. Found them. They're all in a bag by themselves. Who was the evil person that did that? So, let's get them out so we can get them in. We only need 4 of these guys right now, but they're going to be used elsewhere also, so where are they wanting these? Front shock tower. Yes, front shock tower is a small one. Bottom inside. Excuse me. And these ones do get driven in. And good old Tamiya tool to the rescue. These work so nice. And I love using them just because some people hate them so much. So I'm sure for some people it drives them absolutely nuts. So there you go. Enjoy. Get that guy in. Oh, don't go in there sideways. We're not messing up holes. We're trying to get things put together here. There we go. We put a nut on each one of those because Associated says to, not because Stone Cold says to, because Associated said to. Nice. Put that up there. Get all three of them started. And then tighten them down. Just in case there's a slight misalignment. That way you can get them all lined up before you tighten it down, and it'll pull things into place. Well, like I said, on this older plastic like this, some of it's a lot softer than it is nowadays. So when you run it, that's why I don't want you to be using power tools on this old stuff, because you can't tell sometimes where that give point is. Whoops. We almost forgot to put the ball ends in. Let's see where they want them on the rear one. Same spot. Lower inside. Don't cross thread. There we go. Yeah. Shaving that graphite right out of those holes. I think these are graphite. I can't really tell. There's some nasty little flash on there. It's not necessary to clean this off, but it's not going to be in the way of anything, but it just looks aesthetically better. Let's So like I said, this is the only bag we're going to do today. What day is it? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Snug them down. Set that puppy in place. Line it up, run it in. Ooh, I just seen a tear in my... Yeah. I just seen a tear in my little parts tray, my Vanquish parts tray. Oh, that's so good. That rolls so nice now. So nice and free. Got all that flash out of there. Nothing's binding. Your belt cars don't do that, do they? Your belt drive cars roll that free? I'd like to see if they do. That's one of the other reasons why I'd love to have the TC7 II and the TC8 and do a side-by-side build with this just to see the difference, especially in something like that, because that spins so free, and I've never seen a belt drive car that has that much low rolling resistance. Belt drive cars always have a bind because you have to have a tension on that belt in order for them to keep from skipping a tooth. So There we go. Ooh, there's one short one in there. What the heck? Oh, well. Anyways, there you go. That's what we got going this time. We got the shock towers on. We're ready for, I think the next step is going to be, let's just see. What is our next step now? We got our shock towers hooked up. Front and rear, all set and ready to go there. Bag E is going to be getting our CV shafts put together and getting that all mounted up, so we'll have the complete drivetrain done. That's going to probably take a little bit longer of a video, so there's going to be some time. We might I don't know. I'll have to see how that one goes, because it seems like that's going to take a little bit of time to get all that hooked up. So what might happen there is might either split it up, or I might combine E and F together, get all the turnbuckles made so that we can get it all plugged in together for the front and the rear, and make it a little bit shorter by just showing how these CV axles are built by doing one of them, and get it all set and ready to go on to getting the shocks built, because the only thing after those two is just getting the chassis braces put on. So we'll see. We will see. So anyways, that's what we got going right now. Shock towers are on. We're ready to start putting on the rest of our drivetrain. Yeah, see, that moves so nice and easy. And that'll be it for this little episode. And thanks for being here. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.